Good morning. This is Flash Instincts, and today I'm going to take care of my patients. What I want you guys to know is that during COVID-19, you always wear a mask. I'm going to wear gloves, but before I wear gloves, I must sanitize my hands, so I'll use a Purell. But what I can tell you is that in this moment in time, it's best to be with your family, with your loved ones. In New York, people are dying left and right. People have died left and right. My own grandmother has passed away due to COVID-19. She was 80 plus years old, so it affected her differently. The age gap is very distinct. The older you are, the more likely you are to die, because you have more other failures that, they concatenate, they build up. That's what happens when the coronavirus hits you. Anyways, I'll show you guys the view. And right now I'm gonna go to work.
Life as it is, as you see it, we take it for granted. We take everything that we have as a given. But you see what we see here, the light, the images, the people, it can all be gone in an instant. The sad truth is that coronavirus, COVID-19, it's a disease that hit us out of nowhere. It literally came just like a flash, in an instant, and wiped us out. Right now, you can notice New York City into an abysmal abyss. There's not a lot of people around. There's no life. People are not active as they once were. And this is a direct correlation to this catastrophe. What I'm showing you is the real truth. A lot of people outside the world are not noticing, nor do they understand the severity of the situation. Businesses are down. Stocks markets are down. They have crashed, plummeted in a dangerous way. President Trump is being bashed left and right by liberals and specific news channel outlets. Despite living in a world where we try to be free, where America thrives on freedom, we look for other nations' help. We cannot remain free forever, because if we remain free, then that causes us to ignore some of the basics of this virus. We must stay away from one another. We must have some sort of 6 feet social distancing in play. The governor of New York has recently put out an address for everyone to wear a mask before you go outside. These are the things that a lot of the world is not noticing. We may live in a bottled house at the moment. We live inside a safe haven. But outside here in reality, it's the complete opposite. And some of us here in New York, we are desperate. We have to go outside. We must face reality, because without facing reality, we cannot provide money, food, wealth, any kind of shelter for our family. We won't be able to sustain the rooftop, because rent must be paid. The rent in New York City is extremely expensive. Although Trump has given us a certain sustainability for a 1 month period, how are we going to survive for the upcoming future? How is New York going to survive? How is the world going to survive? The reason why I'm portraying New York City as it is, because it is one of the biggest cities in America, perhaps even the world. And right now it is completely in an absolute shock. It's completely obliterated. Now what can we do? We can only hope for the future. Hope that a vaccine is being made as I am making this video. Hope that one day we can thrive once again. And perhaps we cannot take our freedoms for granted anymore. Perhaps we have to learn to appreciate some of the other cultures and way of life. And perhaps we can mitigate this type of virus from ever spreading like this ever again. Because we failed. Humanity failed. We all failed. We did not know how to control this SARS virus, this coronavirus. Even though we were warned, we all didn't do our jobs properly. Many of the hospitals are completely full. They're booked. They don't take in anybody. So why am I outside? Why am I showing you this despite the coronavirus? Because I need to get food and shelter for my family, but at the same time, I wish to show you the world and the reality that we live in. This is America. This is New York City. This is the coronavirus outbreak at its peak on April 17, 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this. We have to learn how to appreciate life, learn how to appreciate our family. We cannot take one another for granted. Let bygones be bygones. If there's a sudden outbreak like this, a crazy, enormous virus that kills humanity, we must know how to survive. We must know how to protect one another. We must increase our knowledge and focus on health informatics, health information, and data. We must build that. We must create a center of information, a worldwide collaborative movement for us to share medical information, knowledge of diseases, new outbreaks, and perhaps we can create a faster vaccination. If we cannot do this in a faster rate, we will not be able to survive another coronavirus. If something like this were to ever happen again, God forbid, we perhaps will lose millions of people, and that cannot happen. We cannot lose people like this. Life is too short as it is, and now we're dying by a virus that can be prevented, that can be mitigated. Now, instead of blaming one another, instead of blaming everyone else in the world, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror. What can I do to help my society? Social distancing is good. You can notice that I do not go near anyone. But at the same time, I am showing you something that's out there. I must risk my life to show this, because why? I feel like this is very important. This message, this video, this idea, the images that you see, it is very vital to humanity. I hope I was able to inspire you, and this is Flash Instincts. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more legendary content.